up. Break it up. Yeah, let's use my clone for that. Because we don't need that much variation in color. Yeah. Come on. Oh. Why do I keep pressing that wrong button? That's so stupid, man. Let's pull from there. Get some of that in there. Okay, looks like a little bit of a shadow. That's what we're seeing there. Be careful. I think I'm going to have to tighten my brush a little bit. Let's make it a little harder. Make it about 37 hard. Hard. And you want to pull samples from similar regions. Alright, I think we're going to go with the with this tool now. So I can kind of keep some of the textures about it. Oop, that was a weird one. Let's pull from there. Oh, I just made her smile more. Just like that. Let's increase that. Let's pull from here. Because it's a similar angle and it'll give me a rough shape that I can work with. And in this case, I don't care if there's a little bit of an overlay. And I'll just pull some other colors to try and balance that out. Ah, going too dark. I'm going to have to... Alright, I'm going to use a clone. Ah, stop doing that. Alright. A little better. Let me pull from her neck, try and get this straightened out. Alright, let me do some neck work and show you how to handle these lines. This is a long tutorial, I know, but this is a complicated subject, and I want to make sure that I'm giving you, you know, enough data, and then before I actually go ahead and just speed through it, I don't know if I'll do a speed. I mean, that could be a lot of video. Alright, that didn't work. There we go, that looks pretty good. We got some lines here I can use. That's helpful. Let's go back to this tool. And that'll give me the proper blend. That looks pretty good. Pull from here. Okay, so speed 'em up time. I'm gonna do some talking over the speed 'em up time, I guess. So we're just gonna finish up the neck here. Looks like I ran into a couple of color problems, but not too big of a deal. And then what else am I gonna do? Oh, now we're dealing with the hair, trying to pull the things. Very similar to what I did to his head. I did run into some issues with the bottom part because it's a little faded. But as you can see, I'm just cleaning it up. Yeah, just cleaning it up. Yeah, I don't know how interesting this is going to be. It's just me talking over it as it runs at a high speed, but I figured this was better than the torture of watching another hour of me do this. So we're just going to go at high speed. See, like I had the chin just right. I don't know why I changed it. I ended up putting it back. The eye was a tricky one because the color differential, but I find a way around that, and I believe it's coming up here pretty soon. See, that's what I did. I started playing with the hue and saturation in order to even out the tones. And that didn't work, so, I mean, it sort of worked, you know. But at least, hopefully, to give me a better, more even tone to work with instead of kind of conflicting tones. There's another way to do it. I do believe I might get into that later. I'm not really sure. It looks like a solid, she looks like a fucking Klingon there. So, that's no good. We can't have the Klingon head. There's me trying to play with the colors again, see if I can even out the color. Really, I think the best way to do that is to do a wash layer, which is to, you know, hate to waste your time. I mean, this sort of works, like it helps, but I was losing a lot of patterns, and the colors were weird. And then I realized I went too far to lighten it, and yeah. So we'll just keep watching. It's me attempting to fix it slowly but surely. Went a little too light. If you look at the original, you can see, and the final version, you can see that I've gotten rid of that, and it looks a little more natural. It's kind of weird just watching myself in high speed, you know. But this is how it works. It's coming along. So, yeah, still working on the eye. That one took a while. I didn't even finish it, honestly. Although I recorded for 2.5 hours, that was not the complete amount of footage that I did. I ended up doing a total of 4 hours, which you see in the final outcome. All right, now we're just going to try and clean up that background. Working on his coat, which this didn't really take very long. It's just kind of a process to go through and pull colors. Same with her shirt. As you can see, it smooths out really nicely. I had very little trouble with that. What I did run into an issue with was up where his medals or his bars or whatever. I couldn't quite make out. Yeah, up there. I would love to. Man, I feel kind of bad because I took out those medals. It just sort of, you know, like. But you can see it's all blurry and it's all cracked, and I can't quite make out what's what. Like, maybe if I had a version. I mean, I tried initially, but it just. At some point, I just gave up. All right, just dealing with the cracks in the coat. And you'll notice I take from where the shadow is in order to continue the shadow, so it looks like a natural fold of cloth. Switching back and forth, trying to get it nice and tight. Then I do some net correction. Yeah, that was pretty easy, just getting rid of that background color. But even then, like, there was a lot of repeated patterns that I ended up getting rid of in the final version of the remake. That area was rough because you can see the kind of, it's almost like speckled dirt color, you know. It's kind of hard to keep that up. You know, slowly it comes together. I was finishing up his hair. Yeah, so this is kind of the speed through in the end, because I couldn't bear to put you through any more of me kind of screwing around. Then I had to basically kind of make up for that entire corner, which wasn't too hard, really. And then I lost a lot of definition on that corner, because that, I assume, was a wall corner. All right, just fishing. This is all finishing touches stuff. See, I just went crazy. I was trying to fix it, but I kept on tweaking it to the point where it lost some of the definition of the wall, which was my mistake. Like, if I were doing this for professional, I probably would try to maintain that wall a little better. But since I was doing this, I got rid of the bars because I just wasn't sure what to do with it. I know it's important. Like, if I were to do this, you know, for a genuine client or something, which I would be very expensive, I'm afraid. I believe I used the darken tool there a little bit. Trimmed in the hair a little bit. The dress was tricky. Yeah, the dress was very tricky. As you can see, I went a little too light on that side of the face. I had a lot of problems with that side of the face, but eventually I worked it out. All right, see what I'm doing there? That's me using a color brush to color over everything, so it's all one color. You can do that through your brush, and then you choose mode, and your mode would be color. You can also do it through a layer, so you create a new layer, and then you just use a paintbrush to cover up that entire area with a particular color. And that's how you get kind of, you know, senna, or what do they call it? Yeah. So I tried to maintain some of the cloth, but a lot of the cloth was lost in the original. I eventually brought it back in the final version of this. And the video is almost over. As you can see, I was having a little difficulty getting rid of all those repeated patterns. It actually took a lot more time than I had in this particular video, but I was happy enough with the outcome that I was willing to kind of let it go. But like I say, I spent in total about 4 hours fixing this piece. I think it came out really good, as you can see in the actual original beginning of the videos. You can kind of, there was a little bit of choppiness in the hair that I wanted to get rid of and smooth it out. So that ended up looking pretty good in the end. And I had to fix, that face didn't look right. There's me playing with colors again, because that's something to do. I went way too light on that thing, but I fixed it in the end. And I guess that's that. And I hope you enjoyed the videos, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye.